Welcome to section 3.9, dividing by decimals. Today is going to be slightly different from what we did the other day because we were dealing with whole number and decimal. So when you're dividing a decimal by a decimal, these are our rules. Your first step is to change the divisor. Divisor is the second number. Let me change this real quick so it looks a little bit nicer. So I'm taking 14 and 1900ths and I'm dividing it by 2 and 2/10. So the divisor is my second number, and I want to change that to a whole number. Now remember, a whole number is a number that does not have a decimal in it. So in order to do that for this particular number, I'm going to move the decimal back one place, okay, to change it from 2 and 2/10 to 22. Second, you're going to move the decimal point the same number of places on both the divisor, which I moved it one place, and the dividend. So since I moved it back one place for my divisor, my second number, I'm going to move it back just one place for my dividend, and that's the first number in your division problem. So my new problem becomes 141 and 9/10 divided by 22. Okay, so we're going to set this number up. Make this a little bit nicer here too. Okay, so once again, my second number's on the outside, the first number's on the inside, and then after that, just normal division. Okay, so 22 does not go into 1, it does not go into 4, it goes into 141 6 times. And 6 times 22 is 132, so if I subtract that, I get 9, and I'm going to bring down my other 9. Okay, now 22 goes into 99 4 times. So 22 times 4 is 88. Subtract that and I get 11. Now I'm going to add a 0 and bring it down, and I get 110. Well, 22 goes into 110 5 full times, and it goes into it evenly. Now your rule here is you're going to divide as if you were a whole number, but then this decimal, just like yesterday, we're just going to plop it up to the top. Okay, so it's 6 and 45 hundredths. All right, so let's review that one more time. So you're going to change the divisor, the second number, to a whole number, and then you're going to move the decimal the same number of places. For the first number, my dividend, okay, you're going to divide like you would like normal and place that decimal point straight up, okay, and then you're just going to go until you have no remainder. We do not do remainders, and that's your answer. Okay, so let's do a couple here. So we have 3 and 69 hundredths divided by 3/10. So I'm going to take my divisor here, and I'm going to move it back one place. And since I moved that back one place, I need to move this decimal over one place. So this is the one you always move first, and this one you move second. So the first number in your division problem does not have to be a whole number. Okay, so now my new problem is 36 and 9/10 divided by 3. So I'm going to write that out, and 36 and 9/10 is going to go underneath the division sign, and 3 is going to be on the outside. Okay, so before I start, I'm going to bring that decimal to the top. 3 goes into 3 once. Bring down my 6. 3 goes into 6 twice. Bring down my 9. And 3 goes into 9 3 times. Okay, and I'm done because I have no remainder left. Okay, so my answer here is 12 and 3/10. So if you bring that decimal to the top, right at the beginning, mainly as long as you're lining up the numbers correctly, you're just doing normal division. Okay, now for this number, for my divisor here, I'm going to have to go back 1, 2, 3, and 4 places, okay, to make that a whole number, and that's making it Once again, moving that first, making that the number 24. Well, this one, you'll notice that I don't have 4 places to go back. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then in these blank spaces, I'm going to have to put zeros. So it's going to be 6,000 here, divided by 24. Okay, because it was 0.6, and I moved that over 1, 2, 3, and 4 spots. And once again, you're adding zeros in the blank spots. Okay, so the 24 is on the outside. 6,000 goes underneath. So how many times does 24 go into 6? It doesn't. Okay, it goes into 60. Oh, sorry. First of all, our decimal point's here now. So let's bring that to the top before we forget. So it doesn't go into 6, but it goes into 60 twice. Okay, let's borrow here. Okay, so then we have 10 minus 8, which is 2, and 5 minus 4, which is 1. I'm going to bring down this 0. 24 goes into 120. Now, if you don't know, you're gonna just practice on the side. So let's try 5. So 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. We got lucky. So this is going to be 5, and you're putting it directly over that 0 you just brought down. Okay? And I get 120, and I subtract to get 0. Well, I'm not done yet because I haven't looked at all my numbers. So 24, does it go into 0? Goes into 0 0 times. Okay, and now I can stop because I have no remainder left. So I can be finished because I have no remainder, and so my answer is 250. Okay, last one. So 2 and 943 thousandths divided by 2 and 7 tenths. So once again, we're moving the second one first, moving it back 1 place to change it into 27, which means I need to move my first number back once as well to change it into 29 and 43 hundredths. Okay, so the 27's on the outside, and you'll notice we need that number on the outside to be a whole number. Okay, so 27 goes into 29 once. My goodness, once. Okay, well, let's not forget to bring our decimal to the top. So let's bring it to the top here. And we get 2, bringing down our 4. 27, does it go into 24? No, it does not. So I add a 0. And now I'm going to bring down my 3. Okay. So let's see. Let's try 9. So 7 times 9 is 63. Carry your 6. 9 times 2 is 18 plus 6. Got lucky again. We get 243. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 243, and this is a 9 here. I subtract it, and I get 0. All right, so I'm done with that one as well. So this is going to be 1 and 9 hundredths. Okay, so the main thing to remember here is when you're dividing, when you set up your problem, the number on the side has to be outside has to be a whole number. And that's your second number in the problem. Okay. However many places I move the second number's decimal to make it a whole number, I do it the same number of times for the first number. So both numbers do not have to be whole numbers in the problem. Okay. After that, you bring your decimal point to the top and divide like normal. All right. If you have any questions, make sure you ask Mr. Kohlinger or I tomorrow, and we'll see you Monday.